So today, when you have situations where multiple people with different specialties need to review important business critical documents, things like contracts, license agreements, etc., what normally happens is you get a situation where, let's say you've got 3, 4, 5 people that need to review something. A technologist needs to review it. A commercial person needs to review it from the pricing standpoint. Compliance, legal need to review it, etc. Operations probably need to review it. Can we deliver on this? So it might be a contract. It might be a specification, a very complex specification for an engineering program. What you typically find is that there will be an appointed project or program manager. Their job in part is to coordinate the review cycle. So what will happen is that they will try and manage that process by issuing, the docs or set of things that need to be reviewed, the statement of work, to the various parties that need to review that. And if they're lucky, those people may have time to review it and may or may not get back to them within, several days or a week or whatever it might be. Because those people are typically doing another job. They might be doing their normal day job, let's say. So a technologist who's a specialist in cybersecurity or security generally may need to read that part of the spec that is relevant for them. So what happens? The project manager sends the doc or docs, most likely, to the various people, requests them to kind of give feedback. Maybe they post it on a OneDrive or a SharePoint or Google Drive, whatever it is. And then each individual looks at it, writes their comments, and then the project manager needs to coalesce those comments and put them into one coherent whole. So what's the issue with this? 1, it's time consuming. It just takes a lot of time. 2, it's not very calibrated in the context of different people may review in different ways. And 3, it's a pain in the neck for the person who's trying to coordinate this to A, get the response back on time, and B, aggregate and coalesce all this feedback and put it into a coherent whole to make a collective judgment. What would be the judgment? The judgment could be, is there risk in this? Should we pursue this program that we thought we were going to pursue or not? Do we have business risk in this context? So what VisibleThread does in this context is it basically it makes it much easier for the project manager to split out all of these statements within these docs as requirements, typically into a kind of a tabular format, spreadsheet or whatnot. It makes it much easier for that to be distributed by the project manager to the various parties that need to review it. And then they can put their comments into that spreadsheet quite simply and easily. And I say spreadsheet not because it's, spreadsheets have been around for donkey's years, but they're also the lingua franca of any serious business. Everybody knows how to use a spreadsheet. So you're making the feedback loop much easier and much more in tune with what is normal business practice. So you're not having to teach people new systems. So if you can get those documents, shred them out, in other words, slice them up into rows in a spreadsheet or rows in a table, add columns for individual reviewer points to actually comment on their side of the fence, and foster that coordination approach, then that is a much more efficient way. It's not a big bang approach. It's incremental change, very simple incremental change, and something that's very easily adopted in most standard organizations.